I picked this hunt celebrating the cure of cancer because visiting with a lot of people who are avid hunters, I'd always ask them, what was your favorite, most exciting hunt? Invariably, the Alaskan brown bear came up.
When I get him to stand up, you just buckle him down. Hit him now.
McWhorter Custom Rifles presents
This week we're back in Alaska, but this time is Jackie Scoggins, owner of the Novilles Ranch. He's had a lifetime dream of hunting a brown bear, and this week he's going to get his chance.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, McMillan Fiberglass Stocks, Swarovski Optic, Hornady Ammunition, and Borden Accuracy.
Jackie Scoggins, lifelong friend. Jackie's had a little tough time the last few years. He's fought cancer. It was dealt some bad cards, but he fought it strongly and he beat it. And one of his bucket lists while he was doing this, he always wanted a brown bear. And Alaska was going to afford him that opportunity.
This all starts up with a curve in the road. And everybody faces different curves. And everybody gets their challenges. And I got mine. And in 2014, in September of 14, I got diagnosed with severe stage 4 cancer. And I went to MD Anderson in Houston. And there, I met up with a team of doctors that looked at me and they said, look, this is gonna be rough, but if you can find support and then fight, we can pull you through this. But I started looking around the things I had to live for and the people I had around me to help me with this fight and give me strength. And it got better every day after that. The treatments weren't fun, and the consequences were not good. But 11 months ago, my cancer was diagnosed as free and clear. It took 5 years, but I'm in complete remission. So now you got to start putting your life back together. It was 5 years your life was cancer. Now you got to start from there going forward. The hunt cranked up one Saturday afternoon. I was sitting at the house with my wife and my phone rings. And Lamar Smith's on the call, one of the guys that stood there with me and helped me through this. And he said, say, just had a phone call from a guy and we were talking and he was talking about bears and bear hunting and what he had available. And I found out that they were working on a bear hunt for me. And I said, Lamar, I know that was once upon a time on my bucket list, but with a steel rod in my neck and can't talk and a stomach tube and I don't think I can pull that off anymore. And he said, no, I understand, but I just remember it was something you always wanted to do prior to cancer, and I just wanted to see if we could make it happen. And I thanked him and I said no. My wife was sitting about 3 feet away, and I barely got my finger off the stop button. Well, my phone, when she looked at me and she said, "We didn't get here with that attitude. You call him back right now and say, you're gonna do it, and we're gonna get you there." So, called him back and I said, "Well, my boss says I gotta do it, and I'll get there." And now we're going to Alaska.
This segment is brought to you by Board and Accuracy, makers of the most accurate custom hunting actions on the market. Manufactured in the USA to true bench rest tolerances. Board and Accuracy equals success.
September 19th, 2021. We're heading out of Anchorage, Alaska. The leaves are changing. It's absolutely gorgeous. About 34 degrees, clear skies. We're heading for Lake Iliamna on Iliamna Air Taxi to do some bear hunting. We'll see you there. Wow, this is as pretty as God can make it right here. It's pretty. What a deal. What a deal. It's just fantastic.
Jackie's hunt was finally here. After several flights from Texas and a long float plane ride, they floated right up to camp.
So, for people, this is for my note from Bob. I think we're good. Plus, you carry any feet when losing pack of moose out in your pack. Yeah, I'll pack it go.
Who we got there?
Jack Scoggins.
Oh, Jack, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Bob.
Good. Well, nice to meet you.
Yes, sir, Bob. Oh, grab that hand. Yes, sir. It's nice being in your backyard here.
Jackie was going to be hunting with Bob Cusack. He has Cusack Alaskan Lodge there in Alaska, and he's world renowned. And Jackie was going to have the opportunity to hunt with the best.
My name is Kerry Foster. I hunt with Bob Cusack out here at Cusack Alaska Lodge. The location that we hunt is one of the unique places in Alaska. We get over hundreds of thousands of sockeye that come up into this lake drainage that we're in, and it's basically you're hunting over bait is what we kind of look at it as. It's the salmon just come right up alongside our bank that we're sleeping on, and the bears come right up the lake, and it just makes it a unique place to be hunting bears.
Well, the biggest strategy on bears, anybody should know this if they're guiding or hunting, is that the bear has a tremendous nose, and you don't want to walk around and spread your scent. You want to have your camp set up where you open the flap and look out, and there's the bear. You see it right off, you know. Or you got a Zodiac boat like we do here in this area, and we can move around a little bit. Again, we're not spreading the scent because we're not walking. A good old bear that you want to smell your scent 48 hours later, depending on temperature, rain, and stuff like that. They'll leave.
The right bear in Alaska is one that we talk with the client ahead of time of what they're looking for. A lot of times guys are looking for that 10-foot bear. A 10-foot bear in Alaska is like finding a 10-foot human being. It's a rarity. So we like to look for a good hide, one that the client can get after, one that will look good on a mount. So we're looking for that typical Alaska bear.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Extreme Wildlife Adventures, Hoff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores, Surge Pro by Biofac Crop Care, Ultimate Antler Deer Feed, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, and Mesquite Creek Taxidermy.
Where they were hunting was right in the middle of the bears. Their tent was right there. They left the tent and they were hunting. There was lots of bears, and it's known for a lot of bears, and Bob was going to help Jackie pick out a big one.
Way down there. We'll take a look at him through the spot scope. He's moving this way on the beach.
They usually move this way.
Yeah. You can look in that area for a little bit from the top.
It's the first morning. Jackie's pumped about going. They spot a bear from camp, and the bear is a big bear, and he's working his way towards them.
I'll take Jack over there. This would be good when we get up that ridge right there. All right, Jackie, we got us a bear down here on the beach. He's moving towards us.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna move down there a little ways and see if we can put the sneak on him. We'll wait for him, get set up. Just when we get up to it, just breathe. We'll see which direction he's going. If he knows we're there, I'm gonna have you put the shot in a certain place. If he doesn't know, I'm gonna tell you where to put it.
Okay.
So we'll get your earplugs in, all set up and everything, and we'll knock him down.
Let's go get it.
Let's go.
All right.
In normal circumstances, an 8-foot bear is a trophy. But Bob had told Jackie that there is a real opportunity to get a 9-foot plus bear.
Looks like he's in the water swimming. Yeah, he's still swimming. He's up there, probably about 30 feet off the shore. Up there around that point, he's up there fishing. Set you up right here, Jack. He's gonna come up. He might continue to swim. I'm thinking he might get up on the beach and start walking this way. Watch him here for a little bit, so let's go ahead and get your tripod set up. And then we'll let him come in closer and see what he does.
All right.
He's not even know we're going to be here, so it's going to get front quarter shot. He'll be walking around looking. He might look out into the water. If he does go broadside and thinking about going out in the water, go ahead and hit him.
Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to talk about barrel length. I get asked all the time when we're talking to customers, what's it going to do if I reduce my barrel length? Is it going to hurt my accuracy? And that's just, it's not going to hurt your accuracy
No,
at all.
absolutely not.
When you shorten a barrel, it can potentially increase the accuracy because of the barrel width. It's like taking a 8-foot piece of PVC that's 2 inch and you shake it and it'll move just a little bit, and you cut it down to 6 feet and it's not going to move near as much. It dampens that harmonic when you cut it back. But with Magnum calibers, you got to be careful about cutting them way back because they use a lot of powder and they use slow burning powder.
That's right, and you could really hinder the performance. In some of the faster burning powders, it's not such a big deal, but a rifle like this 7mm PRC, it can really be a factor. We're using powders like Rotumbo, H1000, Reloader 26. We've seen 40 to 50 feet per second per inch of change.
Right.
So
some of the short action stuff is more efficient though. You might not see but 25.
That's right.
And some of the fast burning powders even less than that. So something that's real efficient is going to burn most of its powder in 22 inches. You might want a 22-inch barrel.
Yep.
But it's definitely not going to hurt the accuracy. The long magnums, the 7 STWs, 300 Win Mags and all that shoot 75 grains of powder, when you cut those back, it's going to really hurt your velocity. It's not going to hurt your accuracy, but it's going to hurt your velocity.
Yeah, and 4 inches is about the size of your fist. Is that really worth 200 feet per second? If you're buying a big Magnum, all that energy's going somewhere.
That's right, that's right. But if a guy calls and he says, look, I'm in Louisiana, I'm going to shoot whitetails at 100 to 200 yards, I'm going to be hunting from ground blinds, I'm going to say, yeah, get you a short barrel gun, maybe put your suppressor on it, then it turns back into a long barrel gun.
Whatever works in the sugarcane patch.
That's exactly right. But barrel length does not affect anything but velocity for the most part. So that's your downrange tip, brought to you by Alan and Bobby in McWhorter Custom Rifles.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by McWhorter True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School, Tacticam, Leo Photo USA, Sig Sauer, Trigger Tech, Brux Barrels, and Hawkins Precision. This segment is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
So this bear's in the water. He has no fear. Top predator, he's not scared of anything. He is catching salmon, ripping them apart, and eating it right there, and they get to watch this the whole time. Now, one of the problems was happening was the bear kept getting closer, and he kept getting closer. And there's only so much distance you don't want that bear to get to you. So what the guide had to do was make a commotion and get the bear's attention, and when he did, the shot was on.
Since he's getting so close, I might get him to stand up. If he does, look straight at you, hit him right between the arms and the chest. Ready? Look at it. Let him get out.
Tell me when.
Whenever you let him get out, he'll get out. Let him get out. Hit him now. Hold.
How'd that?
How'd that do, buddy?
2 in the boiler made it.
Yeah, it did. Hit him hard. That's a good bear.
Good Lord. I had no idea it was going to get that close. I mean, he was just going to swim right to us.
Yeah.
I was going, okay, Carrie, now what do we do? My Lord, what a deal. My gosh. Was that a full frame or what?
That was.
In fact, he was so close, he was burned out of my scope.
Yeah, was he?
He really was. I mean, I couldn't get a good focus through my scope.
Yeah.
Because he just too dadgum close.
You did good. Followed up on that second shot.
Wow, what a deal.
That's a beauty.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, you bet. I'm glad to have you up here today.
Man, I'm telling you, you have no earthly idea what this means to me. It's been a long time coming.
Nice.
Golly.
Very
wow,
good.
Wow.
Well, here we are, Jackie. We got him down. Watched him for about an hour and a half swimming,
Yes, sir.
fishing.
Yes, sir.
And had our coffee and came out here and got as close as we could.
Maybe even a little closer than you wanted, do you think?
Yeah, we were a little closer. I was getting a little nervous there.
Oh, yes, sir. I think we were maybe a little under 50 yards.
Well under 50, yeah.
Yes, sir.
What a beautiful bear, though.
Well, I told you, Kerry, you find me a pretty bear the first day, I'll shoot.
I know you did.
And you found me a pretty bear the first morning, first hour of the day. I was drinking my coffee. You said, you get your stuff. There's a bear. We're going after it. What can I say?
Oh, man, I tell you what, this is a dandy.
Kerry, thank you very much.
Oh, thanks for coming up, Jackie. I'm glad I could help you.
Hunt of a lifetime. Like
Excellent.
people have said time and time again, you want to go on a hunt of a lifetime, go to Alaskan and shoot a brown bear.
That's for sure. It is definitely an adrenaline rush.
Yes, it is. It lived up to everything people told me about. There's no question about it.
Jackie had his 9.5 foot bear. It didn't take long. It was a short hunt. But when you go through what Jackie did to get to the point to where he wasn't going to pass opportunity simply because it was the first morning. Jackie had his 9.5 foot bear, and he was thrilled.
Well, you always have to start first by giving credit where credit's due. First, that'd be God. Next, it'd have to be my loving wife, Melanie, and family and friends, and MD Anderson for allowing me the opportunity to go on another hunt.